Iga, congratulations. If you would, your thoughts on today's match.
Well, first matches are always a little bit different, so I'm happy that I had some time to just get used to the conditions and the surface, because for sure it's different than the practice courts, and I think it was just a solid match, and I'm happy that I can play another one here.
Okay, thank you. Questions? If you have a follow-up, please ask it when you're called upon. Willie.
Iga, other things were going on around the world while you were playing. I'm wondering, how did you get the news of Taylor Swift's engagement, and what are your thoughts?
My team showed me on Instagram. Well, I'm just happy for her because she deserves the best, and obviously, what's the laugh? She does. Obviously, she had a lot of boyfriends, so we know all about that. So hopefully this one will, stick forever. And Travis seems like a great guy, and she seems super happy. So I'm happy for her, and I wish them all the best. Yeah.
How would you describe the way you follow Taylor Swift?
What do you mean?
You're a fan. How long have you been a fan, and in what ways do you follow her career?
Since 2014, and yeah, at the beginning it was more, well, I don't know. I just followed everything. I was following her, but also some like fan pages to see like the updates. Then when when the Reputation album came out, I gotta say I didn't really like it that much. I liked the previous albums better, so I had a little break. But then in 2019, and when Folklore and Evermore were released during COVID, I started listening to Taylor again, and it's great. But I like Reputation now, so don't worry.
And there we go. David.
Hi, Iga. I was going to ask that question, but I'll ask a similar Taylor Swift question. Did you listen to her interview with the Kelsey brothers a few weeks ago?
Live.
And what your thoughts about it were?
Well, I was thinking about all the stuff that she said, the Easter eggs, because I saw, for example, when she was like, oh, this is going to be an album with 12 songs. That's it. No more, I was like, girl. So then people said that there might be like a 13th song, and it was like a 90s trend to do that, to do the hidden track, at the end. And I was laughing at the sourdough because I was actually at my friend's in Cincinnati, and they literally had a obsession now about baking sourdough. So it was funny because Taylor seems to be doing the same. And yeah, it was a long interview. I gotta say I was waiting mostly to hear about the album because besides the sourdough, like when she was describing the Eras tour and everything, I knew most of the stuff already. But it's nice that she explained a lot to people that were football fans and are listening to the podcast because of the football. And I think she's just great that she can fit everywhere. And I hope people love it. Obviously, there's been some, hate as well because she was on football matches and she got booed and everything. I don't get it because she just makes the world better. And yeah.
Collecting the variants, all the different variants of the album?
If I'm collecting?
Yeah, like say she releases different album covers and different track lists. You collect her?
I haven't pre-ordered yet. I kind of want to go to the store and like buy it there, like physically. I don't know if there are gonna be other ones released because she does these countdowns on the website. I don't know if she's gonna do another one or something. But maybe next one I'm gonna actually pre-order. But for sure I want to have the original, the first one. And I'm gonna go in October to some store and buy it physically.
Okay, Matt.
I agree with you. She does deserve the best. Yeah. I totally with you.
I didn't get the laugh.
In case. Can you, non-Taylor question? Is that okay?
No.
Okay.
No.
Can you compare your comfort level here on the court and off in New York this year versus previous years? Obviously, you're I don't even know, were you, I think you said you weren't comfortable even in 22, but I'm sort of curious how the different years sort of compare and where you are this year with that.
Yeah, I mean, in 2022, it's not like I played amazing from the beginning. It was probably the toughest slam that I had to overcome a lot of challenges, and I managed to win it. So yeah, every year is kind of tough because New York is just so loud, and it's hard to find that balance of the court. But I gotta say, I'm probably good at it compared to other players. So I'm really trying to be in my bubble, and the comfort level, it's hard to describe because the tournament is so long. You basically are here for 3 weeks. So obviously it's not going to be the same every day, but I feel, pretty happy with my performance in Cincinnati and trying to get, some confidence from that. And yeah, there are a lot of positive vibes in the team, so it's all good.
You're staying in the city still?
Yep.
Okay.
Chris.
I wanted to ask you a question about sliding on the hard court. You say that the principles you use for the slides that you do out there are the exact same as the clay?
What do you mean, the principles?
Just the techniques or the feeling of the slide is basically the same as you would slide into it on clay, just that it's a different surface. What's the difference between the two types of slides? And did you always slide on hard courts, or is that something you had to learn?
Well, I'm not changing anything in terms of the decision or, I don't know, the way I slide. But for sure, the slide is going to be different. It's going to be shorter, and you're going to kind of feel the grip more. So the effect is going to be different, and it's all about the timing and knowing when exactly you're going to stop. But in terms of my preparation and me deciding when I'm going to go into slide, I wouldn't say that there's much difference between hardcourt and clay. But on clay, you kind of do these little slides, like that, even for the ball that is next to you. Here, there's no need. And also on clay, you don't need to have so much speed to go into the slide. But here, for sure, you need to run a bit because the grip you have bigger grip. So you're not going to be able to slide when you're walking.
A lot of shoes, more shoes on the hard courts than on clay?
Well, I don't get to the point where I burn them because I kind of use new pair every match. So On has to provide a lot, but they're happy about that. And I basically, I always want to have the same kind of equipment for the match. That's why I do that. But for sure, honestly, no, because on clay, sometimes it's more slippery. So I would change the shoes even more often. Obviously, they're not broken. Like normal people that don't feel the difference, they would be able to play in them for a month, But I feel the difference for me, a few centimeters more or less, it's going to make a difference. So I want to have the exact feeling of how I'm going to slide and move.
Samadi.
There you go. Well played. I think I saw that you commented on the video of Serena and Maria at the Hall of Fame. I'm curious, as a top player, what is it like to kind of see that from two older former rivals, and there was obviously so fists, and sometimes it wasn't pretty between them.
Yeah.
But to see them come together at the end of their careers.
Honestly, it's great. It's a shame, obviously, that it didn't happen before when they were on tour together. But I just thought that their relationship was so tense that I'm just shocked that they managed to work through it. I guess if you have good intentions, you can work through everything. So for sure, I'm happy to see that, and yeah, I mean, I think having that appreciation from your biggest rival, and I think it must be a great feeling. So Maria also deserves that, and Serena, she's great. So they're both great. So I was just happy to see them kind of together, because tennis, I mean, I feel like we all should be kind of united and going towards one goal as players, even though we're competing against each other. And that's one of the examples of that.
Thanks to Taylor Swift. We have time for one more question in English. Brian.
Okay, Ben Ricker about Taylor then. you were looking at your phone when you came in. Did people text you in case thinking maybe Iga doesn't know this yet because you were playing a match?
No, I texted them, so yeah, I knew already. Like since she posted, I knew.
About the time you were playing, it was very close to that.
She posted it when I finished. I think maybe that's not a coincidence. I don't know. No, I mean, come on.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
I was ready.
Polish. Thank you.
Cześć Iga, może ja zacznę, bo znowu nie wiem, ile nam dadzą czasu na pytania. Postaram się być kreatywny, mam nadzieję, że zapunktuję pod kątem. Dzisiaj rano Monika Seles obudziła się z rekordem, natomiast o godzinie 13 wcześniej już tego rekordu nie miała. Powiedz mi, co to dla Ciebie oznacza, kim jest dla Ciebie Monika Seles i co ten rekord?
No znaczy dla mnie ogromnie dużo. Zawsze chciałam być zawodniczką, która prezentuje stabilną formę właściwie na większości turniejów, więc to, że mogłam pobić ten rekord, no, jest wspaniałe. No, prawda jest taka, że to nie jest tak, że co mecz wychodzę myśląc o tym i dzisiaj też nie wiedziałam, że to się wydarzy. Raczej po prostu staram się skoncentrować na pracy z dnia na dzień, więc na pewno takie statystyki przynoszą dużo po prostu radości i w pewnym sensie pokazują szerszą perspektywę tego, co już zagrałam i co przeżyłam, więc no, jestem z siebie dumna i będę cisnąć dalej.
Ja mam dwa pytania. Jedno 2 dni temu, Tomasz Wiktorowski udzielił wywiadu Eurosportowi, gdzie powiedział, że widzicie teraz w takim winning modus, jak on to określił, i że to jeszcze trochę potrwa w jego opinii. Trudno jakby znaleźć kogoś, kto cię zna równie dobrze jak Tomasz Wiktorowski. I chciałem cię zapytać, jak ty to czujesz? Czy rzeczywiście po tym zwycięstwie na Wimbledonie, po dobrym występie w Cincinnati, czy tutaj też się czujesz w tym winning modus i jak długo on będzie trwał? To jedno pytanie, a drugie mam pytanie...
To już sekundę. No na pewno to zwycięstwo w Cincinnati przyniosło mi dużo radości i takiej pewności, no ale turnieje są długie, też dużo może się w trakcie nich wydarzyć, więc raczej po prostu nie biorę takich rzeczy za pewnik, tylko wiem, że trzeba cały czas być czujnym i pracować każdego dnia na to, żeby utrzymywać takie pozytywne odczucia albo żeby jeszcze się poprawiać. Ale no na pewno... No tak, czuję się dobrze, nie mam powodów, żeby czuć się źle, ale też w trakcie sezonu na innych turniejach też się czułam dobrze, ale czasami nie wystarczało, więc w tenisie no, trzeba zaakceptować, że gra się też no, nie z robotem, tylko z człowiekiem i nie mamy na wszystko wpływu, ale na pewno po prostu wykorzystam to, że po prostu mogę się skoncentrować na pracy i iść po prostu taką właśnie dobrą ścieżką, jaką szłam od Rolanda Garrosa.
Pana z Twittera, który zauważył, ja muszę przyznać uczciwie, że sam tego nie zwróciłem na to uwagi, wczoraj na treningu podobno miałeś zabandażowaną prawą stopę. Czy to coś poważnego, czy tylko prewencja, czy po prostu dlatego, że grasz na hardkorcie, więc chronisz stopę?
Nie, nic poważnego, nic się nie dzieje, po prostu odciski, więc 90% zawodników się z tym zmaga. Nie przyglądałam się.
W 2020 był taki film Gone in 60 Seconds z Nicolasem Cage'em. Dzisiaj ten mecz można podsumować tak troszeczkę z przymrużeniem oka jako Gone in 60 Minutes. Ja rozmawiałem z Tarango po meczu, powiedziała, że zapytałem się, gdyby zagrała ten mecz jeszcze raz, to co by mogła zrobić innego? Powiedziała, że nie można nic innego zrobić, trzeba iść i trzeba tylko próbować z pasją gdzieś tam szarżować. Powiedz mi, co czujesz, słysząc takie słowa, że praktycznie dziewczyny z dolnej połowy tej setki rankingu nie mają na siebie planu, bo tak jakby idą tutaj bez cięcia.
Nic nie czuję, no po prostu starałam się dzisiaj po prostu wykonać swoją robotę i faktycznie miałam kontrolę przez większość meczu, więc no nie dziwię się, że tak powiedziała, ale na pewno nie wiem, no po prostu skupiałam się na sobie, szczerze mówiąc, więc ciężko mi tutaj odpowiedzieć, nie wiem naprawdę, ale dziękuję za te miłe słowa, bo na pewno nie jest łatwo grać taki mecz, więc fajnie, że no nie wiem, znalazła trochę dystansu i mogła tak powiedzieć, bo to bardzo miłe.